Alright, waiting for everything to boot up here, and just utilizing like the NES, SNES, and I've got some Final Burn and MAME ROMs included as well. But everything runs from the controller, which you set up when you first boot. For the first time, you'll go through a setup to configure all the OS controls on the controller. Once that's done, most of the emulators that run behind the scenes will piggyback off of those, and the controls will already be set as you go into the games. There's a couple of them like MAME that you'll have to go in afterwards and configure your own control sets. So, I mean, there'll be a lot of finishing touches to put on, such as loading the ROMs, what they call scraping the game information, which is actually very easy to do. You can go into the menu screen here. It has a scraper feature, and it goes directly from the game's database. You can tell it to scrape, and it will come up and tell you the ROM that it found, and have you, it will auto-select a couple that it thinks it might be, and you simply choose it, and it will download the art and the information for each one, which is how it populates these screens. Like I said, I've just got a couple on here for now. I would like to see how it goes about putting your own stuff in here, because it seems to pull arcade flyers for some of these, but I would like to maybe make my own title images. I know Final Burn doesn't run with the controller yet. I have to configure the controller. MAME, I've got just these on there. Bloodstorm does not work so far. Battletoads does, however. I'm going to go into something that gives a good example. I only got one SNES ROM on here, Donkey Kong Country. Now let's go ahead and boot that up. Just takes it a second. And you are right into the game. The controller is already mapped with all functions, including start to pause. It has a default configuration that if you press I'm using a 360 controller, back and start simultaneously, it will bump you back out to the selection screen. But let's just get in here so we can see how it runs real quick. Excuse me. I will say the games do not look the greatest going through HDMI. But, what are you going to do? It's such a clear picture. It really brings out the pixelization of them. It also maps here, let's go back out. Get into something that actually does gameplay. It maps the control sticks as well. So we can go back. Let's go NES. Let's see what I got. How about some old school? Oh, here we go. Let's do Bad Dudes. A second here. Here we go. Right into the classic NES version. Gotta save the president, because we're bad dudes. This is another game I would actually like to get the MAME ROM of on here. Get the original arcade version. Well, I have it. I just gotta load it on. So, like I said, it's real simple to set up. Runs really well. Super responsive on the controllers. And here we go. There is a little bit of tearing and ghosting. I don't know if it's really ghosting, but you can see some of the pixels don't exactly. They have some flashing there as they come in and out, but I mean, totally playable. back out to the menu. And that's it. That is what I spent a total of like $43 for 30 for the Raspberry Pi. I bought a 32 gig micro SD card for $12 plus tax, had the controllers and the other cables, and here we go.